Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, man. Da, 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 da.
Mm-hmm. What are we drinking tonight, boys?
I am having the Flying Dog Raging Bitch IPA.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
A little bit of the bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little bit of it.
A little bit of the bitch.
Currently, I'm enjoying the Off-Color Brewing Tooth and Claw, the official beer of the Field Museum.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Before that, I discovered something wonderful. I made a little drink with dinner. Apparently, Berry LaCroix and limoncello vodka mixes perfectly.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Huh.
A lot of those sparkling waters mixed with vodka pretty well. I've got some kind of fancy sour ale, an Edmunds Oast Brewing Company sour apricot peach.
Ooh.
Yeah. Been talking more to the guy at the beer store and trying various things. So
That's fun.
yeah. Yeah, when you got fucking that many beers to try, why not try one?
It's one of the things that I hated. Like every time I would go grocery shopping at like Whole Foods, they have that beer selection. It's like you find the most amazing microbrews, and then they stop carrying them 3 weeks later. Like, no, I really liked that.
Right.
I want to buy that again.
Now I've like gotten tuned into like the stuff that this place definitely carries versus other places in town. It's like, all right, yeah, cool. So I know that's a sure thing back there. That'll be there. But like, let me try some seasonals and whatnot. Cool. So pretty tasty. Anyway. Cool.
All right, so who is ready to start the show? Jesse's ready.
I am.
John's ready. David? David's ready. I'm not going to
Okay, I'm ready.
Fuck you, David. You're ready.
I wanted to build anticipation and like drive Kerrigan nuts.
All right. I'll wait for John to get his headphones back on.
Yeah, I put a shirt on. I'm probably going to take mine off at some point. I set up my fan so it would still blow but not get into the microphone. So like my legs are very cool, but my chest is still warm. And I mean, obviously I'm not wearing pants while recording. So
Just had to lose that undershirt. I realized I was wearing that undershirt for work. You don't wear an undershirt with a button down shirt. What are you fucking crazy? Come on. Just gotta let that shit
I thought
fly.
you usually wore an undershirt with a button down shirt.
I do not.
It depends.
Okay.
Depends
Wide
on the kind of
open,
button down.
If the buttons go all the way down, unbuttoned, no undershirt.
All right.
I'd really like to see you in an office environment.
Yeah, well, picture this shirt, except button with an undershirt under it.
You literally... Let's start the show.
The rule,
The
David.
undershirt's only there for for the ladies at the office's protection. They don't need to see these tattoos or these nipples.
Johnny, I believe I said let's start the show.
No, I want to explain to David how it's polite to wear an undershirt at the office.
But
Yeah,
you don't need to wear an undershirt at any other time wearing a button-down shirt.
A button down that goes all the way down? Fuck no.
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 Absolutely
If I'm hanging out on a Saturday and just wearing a button down shirt, 3 buttons button maximum.
See,
Like
and
that
the
open
rule,
and breathe.
the rule to layering in men's fashion is the layer should only be visible if it's a layer that you're comfortable being seen on its own, right? John's not wearing an undershirt on its own on this show. Ergo, he doesn't need an undershirt on this show.
I'm pretty sure John has worn an undershirt on its own on the show multiple times.
Yes.
But
I mean, we've made 300 shows. It's bound to have happened.
I feel like we're distracting from the true issue, which is our fans would like us to begin the show.
Yes. Okay. I'm doing the countdown now. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Gain That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What is going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune, and we are back in the house once again. It's your boy, John Harrington here. We've got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We've got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
Hell yeah, guys. Welcome back. Game That Tune in the house once again for episode 298. And my God, guys, what a show we've got coming for you. If you're just joining us here on Game That Tune, welcome in. What a show you're about to experience. What we do here is listen to video game tunes. We've each brought 3 songs from a game. We're going to try and guess each other's games based on the songs and a little bit of trivia. We're going to goof off and have a lot of fun. And the winner at the end of the night picks a theme for our next episode and plays some bonus tunes. And our winner last week was me. Fantastic me. Bringing the heat. Bringing every character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We settled it in Smash last week. And it went by so quickly that inspired the theme for this week's episode. The theme for this week is fast. Fast games. Games in which you go fast. Games in which your character is fast. Games that you can beat in a hurry. Perhaps a speed running game or two might pop up on tonight's show. But whatever the games are, you got to go fast. It's I think a pretty good theme. I think it's got a lot of fun potential. I think it might be lobbing a softball at old John Regan. Just spitballing here.
I feel like this episode might only be 20 minutes long.
Exactly, guys.
Oh, my dream episode.
Man, the show times, the run times have gotten a little out of control as time's gone on. I mean, I guess that kind of happens for long-running shows. We fall in love with ourselves a little bit. We have a little bit more to say. We have a little bit too much fun. We do lightning rounds containing every single character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But I have never stopped taking to heart the feedback that I got early on in this podcast's history that said, if you guys cut back on the talking, this show could be about 20 or 30 minutes long. And I'm like, now hold on now. Are you saying that
You got rid of the podcast part?
You say we could slim down the podcast by 20, 30 minutes? And the person that was commenting, some random Redditor, was like, no, just don't talk about the games, just play the music and guess it. I'm like, what are we even doing here, fella? Like,
so you want a playlist, not a podcast?
Yeah, and why would you care if we can guess the games if we don't get to discuss them afterward? Like, who the fuck are we? So, man, it's been 5 years, and I've finally taken that to heart. So, Johnny, I hope that we're able to trim this episode down to a good 20 to 30 minutes after this intro.
We're just doing one song each, right?
Oh yeah, and only 10 seconds of each song.
Oh my God!
No, see, here's the thing. We're gonna do a normal episode, but it needs to be edited down to 20, 30 minutes. By the way, Johnny, you're on editing duty this week.
Right. Exactly. I need you to really find some things to trim out of the episode. Basically, discussions, calculating computer, any fan content whatsoever. There's no request anymore. Go ahead and just delete your channel, and that should free up some gaps. But yeah, no, it's going to be a fast episode. Fast in the games, probably fast in some of the tunes. Maybe not fast in the discussions. We're pushing it to midnight tonight, guys. Really gonna draw this one out. I'm kidding. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Who's ready for game one?
We're gonna hammer that Zootopia sloth joke home. It's gonna be fantastic.
God damn it, you son of a bitch.
Nick.
Maybe he just saw the movie because he likes it. Yeah, but we've got 5 fantastic games. We've got a great fan request, and of course, as always, we want to hear from you fans. Johnny's dropping the hotline number in the Discord. Call and leave us a fast voicemail, a quick message, if you will. Just tell us your favorite, fast character, fast game, or if you hear us say something objectionable that you just want to be like, "Hey, fuck you," call and say that. Say what it was about. Don't just call and say, "Hey, fuck you."
No, actually, do just call and say, "Hey, fuck you."
As long as you say it fast, that's what's important.
Exactly. Try and say, "Hey, fuck you," as fast as possible. Breathless, make it just like one shrieking noise out of your mouth.
But
Do
we
that.
have to understand that that's what you're saying. You can't just be like, "Oh, it'll be funny," and go, "Oh, I said it." You know, don't give us one of
Anybody
that.
that calls and just leaves a incoherent noise, I assume they're called to say, "Hey, fuck you." So, we got 5 fantastic games. Got a great fan request, and we just got to jump right into it, Johnny. So start them up.
Game 1.
So this is the only game in this series without an optional boss. All right. So before you reveal your answers, there are some people who will say this is only part of a game, but I maintain that this is a separate game, and even the official company's website says this is a prequel to another game. So yeah, screw it. It's a standalone title. So
Okay, David. That's
The
a
more-
lot of
The
qualifying.
more you say it, the less I believe you.
Uh-huh.
all right. So Johnny says Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment. John says Spectre Knights DLC, and Jesse says, okay. Oh, I think I was kind of right. It's one of those Shovel Knight spin-offs. Yeah, let's call that a hat trick.
Wait, that's
Yeah, let's call that a hat trick.
what's my hat trick key? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
This
Where
is
did it
Johnny,
really
you're
fast.
slowing the show down.
No, where did it go? It's like disappeared from my soundboard here.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
How embarrassing for you, John.
Yeah. It's supposed to
So,
be behind us.
Assume that I'm going to edit that in, and
Yeah.
David acts as though he played the right sound.
Everyone clip that and send it to Johnny so he can remember it.
Also, please make sure you get me performing the hat trick jingle.
Go
So
on.
yeah, this is Spectre of Torment.
Shovel
So-
Knight, Spectre of Torment, eh?
So, like, yeah, you could say this is like, I don't know. See, it's
You could.
weird because all of the Shovel Knight games, like Spectre of Torment, Plague of Shadows, and whatnot, they were all released as DLC to Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
But as soon as they released the first one, they kind of changed it to one complete package where, like, there was Shovel Knight, and then they released Plague of Shadows, I think, first, and then it became Shovel of Hope and Plague of Shadows, and then they added more. And it's honestly like 4 different games all under one umbrella. Because if you play the first Shovel Knight and then you play Spectre of Torment, they are 2 completely different games. So I say that counts. And the reason that I say that counts is because if you play the first Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope, it's very similar to a classic Mega Man title.
Okay, now hold on. Did they do the Star Wars thing where they went back and renamed the original thing something Hope?
Yes, they did.
Okay, that's funny. In that case, I forgive everything.
I dig it.
Yeah.
And then
Ah!
God. That's not it.
Hot take.
Holy shit, Johnny!
Happening, John.
So, to go back to my earlier point, if you play Shovel of Hope, it's very much like a classic Mega Man. And then if you play Spectre of Torment, it's the Mega Man X version. Like, it is so much faster and more fluid than the original Shovel Knight. And it's my favorite of all of these games, which I maintain are individual games. And it's all because of the game is a prequel. So you play as Spectre Knight before he becomes Spectre Knight, and he's just a dude named Donovan, and he ends up going and recruiting the different knights to serve the Enchantress. And I won't spoil the ending, but it actually has kind of a sad, bittersweet ending, which is impressive for
serve the Enchantress.
Well, no, because he gets all 7 knights, and then she needs an 8th spot, and like it has a bittersweet, sad ending, and I wasn't expecting that, especially in like an 8-bit game. Like the ending really kind of touched me. Yeah. But really the game is just super fast paced because Shovel Knight just kind of runs, he whacks things with his shovel and he does the little pogo jump and that's it. But Spectre Knight can slash with his Spectre Knight can slash with his scythe, but he can also run up walls, jump off of walls, and do like an air slash, which is an effective way to defeat enemies, but also you can do that to certain objects in the background. So you chain these things together. So you run up a wall, jump off of it, jump again, slash against a chandelier to move across. Like, this game is so fast paced and so fluid moving. It's so much fun. Like, it's fun to move around in this game.
I mean, I still think it was fun to move around in Shovel Knight. Because just kind of Mega Man level slow moving with a little bit of shovel bouncing. That's my speed, baby. I never actually did play the Spectre Knight DLC, so I saw a lot of videos of it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's fucking changing the whole game on him and making it more of like an action crazy movement kind of thing. Like okay, very cool, very cool. But
I also love because similar to the Shovel Knight game, you can get different armors, and there's a special code you can input because you run up walls for a very brief period. So you have to like run up and then jump and whatnot. Like you can't just cling to walls, but there's a special armor you can get with a code that turns you blue. That basically gives you Mega Man X wall physics.
Okay, now.
It's super fun.
Yeah. I like because that's Mega Man X is one of my favorite games where they added wall jumping to something you're already familiar with. Like it just feels right, man. Once you kind of figure out how to do it in that first area, like you fall down with the bee and it makes you figure out how to wall jump, it's like, all right, yeah, I can do this for every fucking level in this game. This is cool. Mega Man's doing this for years.
And it's also because when you do that slash attack, like against an enemy and not like some background element or whatever, there's a little like recoil. So it makes the bosses go super easy because you just kind of jump up and then keep downward slashing them over and over. So you fucking tear through bosses in this game.
Love that. It's making me realize this discussion, it's been a while since I played Shovel Knight. There's not really power-ups in Shovel Knight, is there?
There are. You get the like relics, which give you certain moves. Like there's like the chain or the like chain anchor relic that kind of works like Castlevania's axe. You do get new relics, completely different ones as Spectre Knight. So like there's a teleporting attack where you just kind of teleport to the nearest enemy and fuck them up. And as I'm thinking of all the other differences between Spectre Knight and Shovel Knight and playing through their different games, I forgot the most important one, particularly for this theme. Certain levels have grind rails where you just jump on your scythe and grind on your scythe, and it's badass.
Yeah, that's fucking great. I was thinking, like, there's again, it's been a while, but there's no something equivalent to say a star in Mario where you get it and you're invincible and you can run really fast and just run through everything.
No.
Yeah. So, no real speed ups in the original Shovel Knight. So, a game where you move faster and do sick grinds. Yeah, that sounds fucking great. That's it's really good. They should keep making these. So, how many DLCs they end up making? Like 4, and because there's this one and there's the Plague Knight and the King Knight. And does the King Knight include Showdown, or is that its own thing?
So they made 4 different campaigns. There was Shovel Knight, King Knight, Plague Knight, and Spectre Knight.
Okay.
And then they added in the like Showdown, which was basically Smash Brothers but for Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
But each game also kind of got its own mini game. So like King Knight, there was a weird card
Yeah,
game.
King or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. If I remember, I think Spectre Knight got like it was like almost like a rhythm game, because you were in a room with like potions jumping everywhere and you had to time them right to like hit them all.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm just saying they should have made DLC for all the knights.
I would have loved a fucking Polar Knight game.
Yeah, I bet you that would have gone fast. Could slide down some ice caps or something.
I would have liked
Exactly.
Tinker Knight. That would be a fun one.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Knight Spy, something. And the rest. All those other memorable nights that I definitely remember.
Treasure Knight.
Right.
Black Knight.
Propeller Knight.
And Shield Knight.
Black Knight and Shield Knight technically weren't part of them. Okay, hang on. This is
Shield
gonna drive me nuts if I don't do it. Okay.
Gladys Knight.
King, Plague,
Wayne Knight.
King, Plague, Spectre, Treasure, Propeller, Polar.
Rocket Knight.
Who were the other 2?
Yep, Rocket Knight.
Oh, Mole and
Mole Knight.
Mole.
I feel like I would remember that. That's made up. All the ones I said were true.
Yeah, I would kill to play as White Knight.
Oh, Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. There it is.
okay, this is gonna drive me nuts. So all of our Game That Tune fans who are listening right now, check the Discord for our voicemail hotline. Give us a call. Who is the 8th Knight
Yeah.
in Shuffle Knight?
And make sure your answers are real.
Yeah, definitely don't call up with fake answers.
Don't call in and say some nonsense night.
Yeah, no nonsense on the hotlines, guys.
Wacky night. No, that wasn't it.
Hey, Knight. Hey, fuck you, Knight.
But yeah, cool. David, anything else on this fantastic DLC for Shovel Knight? This wonderful.
Oh, is it Shovel Knight?
It's Shovel Knight, Jesse. The base game is.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's like,
wait, is this just DLC or is these real games?
I dare you
I
to
don't-
play.
I'm
dare
just realizing something.
I dare
You're
you.
trying to bamboozle me.
Okay, can I have the floor? I dare you to play Shovel Knight and then Spectre of Torment and tell me it's the same game. I
Here's the
dare
thing,
you.
David, I will absolutely do that.
Yeah,
For me to
you
play
you
Spectre
jump.
of Torment, I have to pull up my Wii U and open Shovel Knight. Just saying.
At the end of the day, David, you're not getting game over, man. You
Right
don't have to
I'm
do any
just
more
saying,
defending.
it's like 4 different games that were released under one umbrella.
Wait, is this
you
a
are, man.
Capcom game? Is this part of Resident Evil?
You know, I had a different game in mind, but I didn't think it fit the fast theme, and I didn't want to argue, so I went with this, and now here
What
I
was
am
the other
arguing, so time is a flat circle.
What was the other game?
It's all good. I want to know. Yeah, what did you abandon to pick this?
I am not going to tell you because I'm still opting to use it on the game in a future episode.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, but okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, let's
It was
not.
a game where you could beat each stage in like 5 to 10 minutes, so it went by fast.
Oh, okay, yeah, relatively fast games.
Technically, that's all Sonic games.
So wait, okay, I missed the part about what makes this game fast. Oh, it's when he grinds with the
Wait.
scythe.
So
everything is
you're-
faster than Shovel
yeah,
Knight,
your
basically.
character
I
is
see.
significantly faster and moves through the stages
Okay,
fast.
so it's
and it has-
comparatively fast as opposed to. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Move along. Go.
Yes, we should go to the next game because David is stupid and sucks.
No. I think that's definitely not the
Jesse,
reason.
this is episode 298 of Game That Tune, and the theme is fast games. In case you were going to ask,
Game 2.
it's the second game. All right, guys. So in this game, the player gets to pilot a hyper advanced fighter jet designated L4NC3R. All right, guys. Who's feeling great?
Always.
Hell yeah.
I'm feeling super good.
Good. You should. Johnny?
Oh, yeah, I feel good. Here
Good.
we go.
I'll be
Guys,
honest.
who's
I think it
feeling
was
great?
the second song that gave it away.
I'm going to thank our requester. This request came to us via GameThatTune.club from CX Trife. Thank you very much, CX, for the request. Johnny has drawn a dick, and he's called it Richard Knight. I like it. Jesse says Afterburner Climax. He's in the right neck of the woods. David has the correct answer. This is Jet Lancer. Yes. That designation on the jet, of course, L4NC3R, very, very clever designation there. It spells Lancer, but in lead speak, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a ICU 8-1 in my situation.
Right. Yeah, utter nonsense. Yeah, man, this game, I have not played this game, but in preparing for this week's show, I was, reviewing the various requests, trying to, give each one a listen, see what each one was about. And this one just really struck my fancy, man. This is on my Switch wish list now. This game looks dope as hell.
Isn't this a game where you're like flying around as a jet and you fight enemies and hunt like giant robots while moving like supersonic?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
It's side-scrolling shoot 'em up, and the thing that initially caught my eye was the the art style, the graphic style looked really cool. I thought, based on like the little trailer that was starting to play when I was looking at like the Switch eShop, that this was going to be that aesthetic that I've been trying to find, that shitty, blocky PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64 fighter jet aesthetic. I'm like, oh, somebody made their own Ace Combat 1 and, you know, released it for the Switch. Fuck yeah. Then I'm like, oh, well, no, it's not that at all. But what it actually is looks pretty fucking cool too. So it's like a super fast side-scrolling shoot 'em up, and the movement just looks really fun. I didn't get a handle on how the game is controlled. I don't know if it's twin stick or what, but the movement just looks really fun. You're moving really fast. You're leaving like jet trails behind you. That, you know, all the sprites on the screen are a little bit small, but you're basically, you know, following where you've been going via the jet trail. And it just looks like you're doing these cool like circular moves and, you know, loop to loops and spins and dodges and things, and it looks really cool. And yeah, you're piloting this advanced fighter jet with a bunch of different weapons that you can change out, and you're doing dogfights and stuff. But then also there's giant fucking robots that show up, and it's like, all right, yeah, this is working for me, man. Like, it just, it's colorful, and the graphic style just kind of knocks my socks off.
What's the status of? Do they have any like chemtrail missions?
See, they should. You know, there should be the all puff no stuff DLC where you're fucking just flying around chemtrailing everybody.
Johnny, I wish I could have asked my question first. Well, I was going to say, like, this seems exactly like the type of shoot 'em up that I'm a big fan of, because as somebody who played like 1942 and 1943, like, I'm really big into shooters where you fly a jet plane and are attacking enemies, and then all of a sudden crazy random shit like summoning lightning or fighting giant robots pops up. Like, okay, yes, now you're talking.
Exactly. It's like, all right, yeah, I'm piloting a giant fighter jet. It's like, also you can charge up and send out like a flurry of heat-seeking missiles, you know, 20 at a time. All right, yeah, dope. Let's do that. Yeah, also, there's like a, you know, giant robot tentacle that you're fighting. Sweet. Keep it coming.
Guys, I'm pretty sure it's all just the chemtrails. Like, there's no actual tentacle.
Yeah,
again, my single favorite supervillain is Dr. Octopus, so fighting a giant robot tentacle, this game is speaking my language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just imagine Dr. Octopus, but scaled up to the point where like a little fighter jet looks really small compared to him. Like, David,
hell yeah,
clean yourself.
I'm sorry, what was the name of this game? I need to add this to my Switch list now.
I would watch the hell out of a Spider-Man movie where he fights like a kaiju Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would watch the hell out of a Spider-Man movie where he has a fighter jet, which I believe is just the Japanese Spider-Man.
God, that'd be good too. You know, Spider-Man really does need more of an arsenal.
Man, he would fuck Vulture over so hard.
Yeah, God. Oh, you know, what if Vulture was just a fighter jet and Spider-Man had to get his own fighter jet to fight back?
Oh, you had to get inside the Vulture.
Have a fighter jet.
And flies Vulture.
God, can you imagine the edits they would have to make with the jet content after 9/11? Like, they just, yeah. Spider-Man was originally flying a fighter jet around New York City, and then they this is a terrible idea, guys.
I'm just imagining the Green Goblin on his glider, like, ha ha, I'm here to kill you, Spider-Man. And then a fucking fighter jet flies in, like, oh shit.
Spider-Man just top guns him.
I love a studio exec later being like, guys, we spent $2 million on this shot of him barrel rolling between the Twin Towers. Like, we gotta get rid of it.
You telling me we gotta scrap that?
So cool.
Oh,
Hashtag too soon.
Instead of chemtrails, you're just making webs in the sky.
God, yeah, the webs are the realest chemtrails there are. But yeah, so anyway, the game looks fucking great. You're a fighter pilot named Ash. You're piloting what appears to be a pink fighter jet, and you just have you get a bunch of different weapons and you fight a bunch of different stuff. And the art style, I think, is really cool. It doesn't look great like in screenshots. Like, I was looking at stuff getting ready for the show, and like still images of it don't look very good. But this game looks really good in motion because it's got like that pixel style. But I know it's a fake pixel style. It's like a 3D thing made to look like pixels. The way the things interact is, really interesting. Like, the screen distorts when you hit things with bombs and whatnot. Sometimes the screen goes black and white. You know, it's got a really cool kind of retro pixel art style that only looks good in motion. I'm telling you, if you're thinking about this game, go look up a video of this game. I think you'll be enamored with it as I was. So, like I said, it's on the wish list now, baby. I think it's only $15 on Switch. I'm sure it's cheaper elsewhere. It looks dope as hell. And the soundtrack's fantastic. It's from a group called Fat Bard. I went ahead and tossed them a coin on Bandcamp for this one. Just a very fun, frenetic soundtrack. And that's one thing also that I love about the soundtrack. So many times nowadays you see these action games where the action's really fast and kind of crazy and hard to keep up with, and the soundtrack is kind of counter to that. It's chill, it's mellow, it's got like a driving beat to it that lets you kind of get in the groove. This game doesn't seem to have that at all. This soundtrack is energetic and frenetic as hell, and I think only contributes to the stress of playing this game, and I kind of love it for that. Sometimes you just need the energy, and this game seems to have it. So I can't wait to actually play it. It's on the list, and I'm just so glad that we got this request, because also in thinking of the fast theme of obviously I'm immediately thinking racing games, I'm thinking Sonic games, I'm thinking speed run games. I'm not initially thinking jet planes, and then I'm like, fuck, wait, jets are the best. Fucking
Jets
we're all
are super fast.
all in on Top Gun Maverick this year. It's the year of the jet, baby. So it's good shit. I'm just God, yeah, we're all in love with jets again, man. Feel like a little kid. Just want to go outside and go. So
You still can.
Yeah, I mean, I think I will right now. Yeah. Anybody that hasn't left us a voicemail yet, just leave us a voicemail of you doing jet noises. I'd love to.
Oh my God.
But yeah, thanks again, CX, for the request. Really great request. Really great soundtrack. Really fun looking game. And I'm looking forward to actually playing this one and fawning over it on another episode. But in the meantime, let's continue going fast, Johnny. Keep it going.
Game 3.
All right. So then this game came out, and there was an entire UK nightclub tour that was also in conjunction with the Red Bull energy drink, which was featured very prominently throughout the game, way before it gained popularity on the American market. All right. Let's see what you guys guessed. All right. Ooh, let's see. John says Wipeout. Johnny says Wipeout 97, and David says Wipeout XL. This is Wipeout XL. Johnny was close because in other countries XL is called 2097. So
I'd give Johnny a point.
yeah, give Johnny a point. So yeah, this is Wipeout. I guess Wipeout curious and tried to play some recently, and they're pretty fun racing games. I do remember I did have the one on PSP Vita as well back in the day, and that one was real fun. But I don't remember it too much, so I was playing XL and 3 a bunch, and they're very much like if F-Zero had weapons.
Yeah,
so like they're very super fast. You're on these like crazy like 0G vehicles in these like futuristic settings. Like the only difference I would say really is there's not like a wacky cast of characters. It's more like you drive for like a corporation,
right?
And
that's kind of a shame.
Yeah, it's more of like a what do you call it? Fuck. Like Deus Ex and whatnot.
Dystopian future.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah. Cyberpunk. There you go, Johnny. You get an extra point.
How dystopian can it be if there's sick ass hovercraft racing? But yeah, it's pretty fucking cyberpunk.
I mean, I don't know. Like having mass spectacle to like dull the masses seems pretty fucking cyberpunk to me.
True. And guys,
seems pretty dystopian to me.
You're the one arguing in favor of dystopia.
And by the way, guys, I can't wait for the football season to start.
I was gonna say. It's here, baby.
I can't wait for the football season where the players instead hop into like hovercraft that go at 3,000 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds dangerous, David.
Yeah,
Less
CTE is already a
dangerous
problem.
than football, surprisingly.
I don't care about football players, so like, yeah, I'm excited for that.
I want them to die.
Yeah.
Die for my enjoyment. Is that not what is dystopian society?
I mean,
lives for?
that's
God,
You're
3,000
definitely
miles
in
an hour.
character.
Could you imagine like a NASCAR track that goes from LA to like Portland, Maine, and each lap takes about 2 hours because they're going 3,000 miles an hour? That'd be amazing. I like
Yeah,
to
I
see that.
can't imagine that. That's what I want every football player to drive on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So 11 cars on both sides, and
Right.
they're all
Yeah,
coming
David,
at
this
each other.
is imaginary thing. Is there a
We're like
ball
roller
involved, or is
derby.
it strictly racing?
I mean, it's the year 2022. If I'm not watching television to see people in super fast cars with like spikes trying to kill each other, then like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Right. Didn't really answer my question, but yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's not a ball involved. This is strictly vehicular combat.
Yeah,
I'm thinking more Mad Max more than like
So you've went from
Thunderdome.
football to demolition derby,
you're
which
kind
is
of
fine.
really careening wildly all over the place, as though you're driving a 3,000 mile an hour hovering vehicle.
I don't have a driver's license, so no, I cannot control a vehicle from one topic to another.
See, I
Right.
was thinking in terms of ball like Cannonball Run, right? But 3,000 miles an hour. So Burt Reynolds in a Wipeout XL style vehicle.
That'd be crazy.
And Dom DeLuise as his sidekick.
Like, and that's the thing. That's what Wipeout was missing, was a colorful cast of characters. Like,
Honestly, I would be I played and I enjoyed one or two of the Wipeout games, but if there was a Wipeout game that featured like
Burt
the
Reynolds.
General Lee,
Smokey and the
I'd be
Bandit.
so much more into that. Like,
Mhm.
hell yeah. I want futuristic hovercraft vehicles, but
with
like
Confederate
piloted and
flags.
populated by rednecks.
Yes. Yeah. Sounds like you want Jet Moto. Yeah. I played a little bit of Wipeout games. They're fun, but I never found them as fun as, I don't know. Like I always enjoyed the F-Zero games more, and there was something about Wipeout that never quite hooked me, and I'm not sure why that is. Like, I definitely remember getting one for free. I think I got a free one on PS3 because of that data breach that happened all those years ago, and I played it. I'm like, this is good, but there's also something off-putting about real ads being in a game, and I feel like it's not exactly all that good. I can't quite put my finger on what it was that I don't enjoy about Wipeout. But like,
This is good, but I feel like it's not good.
right.
Too British.
Yeah, that must be it. It was all the Prodigy music playing. I just, I loved it too much to focus on the race.
That's what it was. It was too British. All of these super fast vehicles were double decker, and I just wasn't a fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can't have it. There's all those Top Gear references sprinkled in. I still don't understand them.
The Eurobeat soundtrack is very distracting.
Yeah, and I mean, I like some Eurobeat. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on why the Wipeout series never clicked with me, apart from not having it on PlayStation 1 back when it would really click for me as a 10 to 13-year-old kid. And I don't know, but I like them in theory. I like fast futuristic racing games with floating weapon-filled hovercrafts going super fast. Like, yeah, everything about this sounds great. It's the playing of it that I was never very good at. I might have actually just gotten to the heart of the matter. I might not be very good at it.
Yeah,
it
tricky.
sometimes feels a little fast and out of control. So there's a touch of that in there too. Games are hard, fellas.
They
Yeah.
are.
And
Sometimes
a game that's hard isn't worth playing. So that's
You
my
heard
call.
it here first. Fuck you, Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. Elden Ring, eat shit.
Hey, I
say-
beat Elden Ring, so if I can beat it,
Congratulations, Jesse.
anybody can.
All right, now go beat Wipeout.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I got like 2 more tracks to do.
Now, what if, stick with me here, in Elden Ring, you had a Wipeout vehicle?
That would be amazing. Like your
How
horse
fast
just
did you get
turns
around
into-
that map? How small does that world become if you have a hovercraft?
Alternatively,
crazy.
What if you're in Wipeout and your vehicle just has a giant fucking axe sticking out the side of it?
That would be awesome too.
Oh, like a
Right.
Speed Racer style vehicle in Wipeout, where you have
Oh
all
my
these,
God.
like, yeah, you
What
got a
the
saw
fuck
blade.
episode were Speed Racer were you watching where he just pops out an axe?
Well, no,
all
he
of
has
them?
the saw blades
Yeah.
that come out the front. In fact, I almost picked the Speed Racer game, and like it has some cool ideas, but otherwise it is fucking dog shit. Like it's real cool that you can like jump, use the saw blades, but like if you use the saw blades, they don't affect the other cars, which is fucking stupid. Like I assume there'll be a level where there's some trees maybe, and the saw blades will chop the trees, but fucking like I can't beat the first track because it's stupid.
Sounds stupid. As stupid as Speed Racer. But I'm glad that you chose this instead, Jesse.
Me too.
Definitely was looking to get muted on all services tonight by playing super licensed music. But honestly, it's worth it because you know what? Firestarter is just a great song. Always love that song. It's got a hell of a beat, man. Prodigy. God, rest in peace, Keith Flint. Love that group. Love that tune. Love the 90s Eurobeat. Ooh. Takes me back to being a young, confused boy watching Keith Flint on MTV and just going, yeah, I don't know what's happening, but I like it. I like it a lot.
Wasn't there? Okay, yeah.
Wipeout as well.
Sorry, I just had to do a quick search. Yeah, the first downloadable stage for PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale was a combination of Wipeout and Heavenly Sword. So, like, you started off in a mystical Japanese forest, and then all of a sudden you just kind of fell into a futuristic race tunnel on a river.
Huh.
I like so many ideas that they had for PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, but it seems like they didn't actually get any of them right in execution. Like, the whole crossover combo universe stage thing is a really interesting idea where the things start bleeding into one another. But Heavenly Sword and Wipeout, is that going to sell? Is that going to move units? Come on.
The answer was no.
It's PlayStation Battle Stars Royale, whatever.
Right.
Obviously, it didn't sell units because that game did not do well.
Right. But I'm just saying, if they had maybe combined two things that people love, like chocolate and peanut butter, they would have sold more units. If they gave away free Reese's Cups with every copy of the game.
If they could buy Speed Racer and Wipeout,
Exactly.
easy.
If only they combined those beloved Sony characters, chocolate and peanut butter.
And and then throw in a little bit of Wipeout.
Yeah, throw a little bit of Chim Chim. All right, it'll be great.
Ain't nobody asking for Heavenly Sword. That's what I'm saying. But God, like an Uncharted Wipeout level would have been really cool. But what even is Heavenly Sword? I don't want to get into it. What I do want to get into is, Jesse, do you have anything else to say about this game?
No, it's fast. It's fun. Not
Dope
F-Zero.
Dope soundtrack. It's not F-Zero.
Before we go on, I do want to say I would play the shit out of a Wipeout car if it were sponsored by Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Reese's Pieces, hit us up. You can sponsor our show. I could use diabetes.
What?
Game 4.
All right, guys. So this game features slightly downgraded graphics over its arcade counterpart, but to make up for it, they have way more aliens, dinosaurs, and unlockable vehicles, including a UFO and a Triceratops. All right, guys. Who's feeling great?
Oh, I feel very good.
So great.
Good. Johnny says Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment. Sadly incorrect.
Fuck
Jesse
you,
says,
Johnny.
Rezoos Pezoos. Sadly incorrect. David has the correct answer. This is, of course, Cruisin' Blast. Oh, yes. Cruisin' Blast for the Switch. What a game.
That's when you're driving at night and like you're trying to stay awake.
Oh, yeah.
You take care of it right
No,
there.
you're thinking of Nodos.
Yeah, that's what they call it, David. You know,
Cruisin' Blast.
I thought Cruisin'
David's never had a Cruisin' Blast in his life.
I thought
I
Cruisin'
don't
Blast is
drive.
I know, yeah. You can't relate.
I thought Cruisin' Blast is just when you take a late night drive to Taco Bell and get that
Yeah.
Beja Blast.
Sometimes.
It's the drive home from Taco Bell that's the
Yeah.
real Blast.
No, you're thinking of Baja Blast.
Yeah. Shame, David. Shame. But yeah, Cruisin' Blast, man. A okay arcade game. Have any of you guys played the arcade game, or I mean, for that matter, have you played the Switch version?
Holy shit, what a hot take. This is an okay arcade game.
Hot take.
Wasn't really looking for that. Yeah. Thanks, David. You know, fucking dunk on John night. I see how it is, man. You know, sorry for not coming prepared with some hotter take. Cruisin' Blast in the arcade, which apparently you have not played. Have you?
I actually have played this game.
Well,
Thank you for answering my question the first time then, David. Jesus, man. Go put your head down on your desk. See me after class. It's clear that you don't really want to participate here. You just fucking want to sass off. You know, the rest of us are here to guess video game music and fucking, have a blast. Yeah, it's it's a perfectly okay arcade game. It's not awesome. It's I don't know what it is about this that doesn't blow my hair back like the old cruising games did, which it probably has something to do with the age that I am at now. And nostalgia for the original cruising games. Like those games were, I don't know, seemed fun and new back in the day. And this one, it's I don't know, different. It's not cruising to me. When I think cruising, I'm thinking, cross country racing, wide open spaces, not really narrow corridors, fighting traffic.
More like snoozing.
Bill Clinton in a hot tub on top of the White House. Craziness, but limited craziness. Really, I'm thinking cross country racing. This game is about all hell breaking loose, man. Like, we're talking tornadoes ripping through London and throwing Ferris wheels in your face and shit. And I don't know. It's not really my cruising.
But I love the fact that you told me to put my head down for talking about cruising, and then immediately said, "Yeah, maybe it's just me and not the game." It's like, well, then why the fuck am I put my head down for talking about the game?
David, bring your head back. What are you doing?
I'm listening to John. He told me to put my head on the desk, and he would see me after class.
Class ain't over yet, baby. But yeah, so then they ported this game to the Switch and added a bunch of crazier off the wall shit. And I was like tempted to buy it. Like, if my son were a couple years older and could actually play a video game, I probably would have bought this because it's just crazy, guys. Jesse, you haven't played this on the Switch?
Not.
No, Johnny obviously not touching it.
No.
David, here's your time to just give me a straight answer. Have you played Cruisin' Blast on the Switch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Crazy and off the wall and swarming with fucking dinosaurs and aliens.
Yes, and it's super fun, like arcadey nonsense. And I'm sitting here trying to understand why you're like, oh yeah, you're racing on a Triceratops. That's fucking ridiculous. I don't want that. I want you to see Bill Clinton in a hot tub. It's like, wait, how is that not ridiculous?
Well, because one, David, I think like the Bill Clinton hot tub is something you earn. It's not just like a standard state, right?
It's not just everything in the game.
I mean, you have to unlock the Triceratops. It's not like that's one of your default vehicles, like, Ferrari, Camaro, Triceratops. Like, no, you work your way to the Triceratops.
Of course. You're also putting a tone on it that I don't think I had. I was really just kind of expressing kind of incredulousness about how outrageous the series has gotten versus its kind of humble roots. And it's just like, this is I don't know, not what I think of when I think of cruising games. Even cruising, World of Exotica, it's like, still vaguely racetracks.
Yeah, because like the original.
I'm pretty sure in the original game you could race in a school bus.
Yeah, but that's still a car.
Yeah, and
still
it's
has
on a road in America.
It still has an engine and wheels.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching videos of this to prepare because I figure I can get as much out of it from just watching a compilation on YouTube as I can from ever actually playing it. And like eventually you're flying a helicopter as a vehicle instead of driving a car. Apparently eventually you unlock a unicorn as a racing vehicle. There's the Triceratops thing.
Okay, wait.
There's a double-decker bus. Like, I'm not...
Hold the fuck up. Triceratops unicorn helicopter is one thing, but a double-decker bus? Calm the fuck down.
That's too British.
150 miles an hour? Come on, that's outrageous. Is it not?
So honestly, I was kind of poo-pooing this game until you said you could ride a unicorn. Now, actually, I am very interested for real in this game. Like, that sounds kind of awesome.
No, the game is it's fun and wacky. I'm just saying, it seems like it's a bit too wacky. I mean, I don't know.
Johnny,
I was even trying to say that. David's like pushing me into saying it. I was just trying to compare it to the original fucking game.
I want to shift focus from John to Johnny. So we were talking about how you can race on a Triceratops, and you're like, man, whatever. And then we mentioned a unicorn. You're like, okay, I'm interested in this game. That is literally 1/3 the amount of horns that you can race with.
Right,
like,
but I have a lot of
why
questions.
Why are you interested in that?
I have a lot of questions I need to answer. Like, instead of exhaust, does it spit rainbows out its ass, right?
Yes.
Oh, sold. So, like beautiful.
So, like, are you concerned what the Triceratops spits out as exhaust?
Yeah, I mean, not really. I assume it's just gonna be standard methane. But assuming if the unicorn farts rainbows, then like, yeah, I absolutely want to play that.
Johnny,
Let me
just
attempt.
so you know, every car in this game when you drift shoots rainbow smoke, so it's not actually as unique in the game as you think it might be.
Dang.
Yeah.
John, does that include the Triceratops?
I don't know, man. I didn't get there.
Okay, so assuming that it does, we're talking about rainbow exhaust and 3 times the horns. Are you still interested in the unicorn?
Yes, but also John just said you could drift, and now I want to drift with Triceratops as well. Like, everything about this game is getting more and more ridiculous.
Yes.
And honestly, like, I get where John's coming from, but I also do appreciate a game that just says, like, fuck it, and gets as ridiculous as it possibly can.
Right.
Thank you.
I mean, that's the thing. I'm not against it. I was backed into that corner of trying to fucking talk my way out of it by fucking David. I'm not against fucking just an insane off the wall racing game with levels in which there are dinosaurs swarming all over Hollywood and fucking, aliens attacking the stage. Well, why are you having a race while there's aliens attacking the earth is beyond me. I'm not against any of that. I think it's great. I just don't think, knowing, what I like about the original Cruisin' and knowing what I know about the base game that I've played in the arcade, I don't know that this is the game for me. I enjoy and appreciate all the insane shit that is in this game, but knowing that the base game is still the Cruisin' Blast game that I played in the arcade, which is a pretty lackluster version of Cruisin' that they cranked out for the arcades a few years ago. I don't know. Like, there hasn't been a game in recent memory that's made me desire Blockbuster existing more than this game. Like, I would like to play this game for a couple of sets of days, with a little break in between, and not have to ever pay full price for this.
So
I don't want to drive to the arcade to play it $1 at a time. Fucking the arcade is expensive. I want to pay $5. I want to play this game for 3 days straight, return it, pay $5 more, do everything else in the game, and never play this game again.
Is the issue that they attached the Cruisin' name to it? Had this been called something else, right, would have been more acceptable, but because they attached Cruisin', it is not meeting your Cruisin' expectations.
Well, no, that's the thing. I don't have any Cruisin' expectations because Cruisin' is a dead series. This is the second game in the last 17 years. And the one before this was, for the Wii and was just a port of the Fast and Furious arcade game. So no, I have no real Cruisin' expectations. The thing is, my Cruisin' expectations led me to playing the arcade version. And I know that this game isn't actually all that awesome. It's got all the crazy shit going on, but the game of it is just the bare bones, just wiling out arcade racing game. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I would rent the hell out of this.
Yeah.
But like, when it came out, I was like, man, 40 for this is high. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good novelty, but yeah, it doesn't. I feel like this doesn't have staying power.
Right.
Like I said, it should be a rental.
If this goes on sale for $10, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Because I'll get enough out of it. My nephew, who I will then lend it to, will get enough out of it. And then eventually my son will get something out of it. But like, I paid $40 for this fucking game.
No.
Because I know what game it is. And it's hard. I know this is a shitty arcade racing game.
This is a game where like
rainbows and dinosaurs you throw into it. I know this game. I know what this game is.
Yeah, this is a game where you have your friends come over and like you play like maybe 2 to 3 races and you laugh at the unicorns, you laugh, oh, Triceratops is amazing. And they're like, okay, well, let's go play Mario Kart now. Like,
yeah. Or, any game that requires real thinking.
Yeah.
Of any kind.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's not play video games at all tonight. Let's just go fucking do something else. Like, okay, cool.
Let's compete in crossword puzzles.
Right. Fucking, I don't know. There's something to be said for outrageous, mindless fun. And this game has that in spades, baby. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just,
I mean, that's the whole basis of our show.
I mean, yes, I do love,
Shut up.
Yeah, don't back me into another corner, Jesse, or I'll start talking about how this actually is a serious podcast. Yeah, don't do it, man. I can contradict myself with a moment's notice. But yeah, I would like to play it. Just again, I'm not going to buy it ever full price. I'm not going to buy it anywhere close to full price, baby. But there is enough in this game that I think is just fucking silly and crazy that I want to actually play it. So I don't know. It's a real mixed bag. It's it's a conundrum for me because I don't know. I want it more, but I know better. I hate being old enough to know better, guys. Oh God, knowledge of things and the ability to judge things properly. It's a real burden. But yeah, anyway, it's cruising. I'm sure they'll make another one of these here in I don't know, 28 years or so. Real 17. Hot series cruising. Yeah, 2 games in 17 years, man. Yeah, that series really didn't go the way I thought it was going in the 90s. So, good times, crazy ass dinosaurs, UFOs. Johnny, let's do game 5.
Game 5.
All right, guys. So basically, I can't remember if it was the date this game was released or right after this game was released. one of the lead devs on the project went on Twitter and said this game was, quote, not what we turned in. That's my bad. Alright, guys, let's see some answers.
Whatever could it be?
Alright, so everyone wrote Sonic Origins, and Jesse drew a great dick that said premature ejaculation. But yes, this is Sonic Origins. Oh, yeah, guys. This fucking game.
Been looking forward to this one, huh, Jenny?
So I just, before you get into it, I want to ask, because I've heard conflicting things, and I'm going to trust a game that tunes Sonic Master. This game, yes or no?
If you've never played any of the original Sonic games, yes.
No.
If if you've played these games in the past and are familiar with them, no.
Now hold on. You mean any? Like, if I've played Sonic 2, but I've never played CD or 3 and Knuckles, is there really nothing of value here for me?
I don't. Maybe. I don't know, man. This is it's tough. It's tough because there's so many weird things they've changed. Some of them I feel like are like maybe meant to be improvements, but like a lot of things aren't. Like so like
is Sonic an armadillo?
No, he's still Hedgehog. But
Okay,
can I admit something to you guys? I've never said this before out loud.
please do.
Whoa.
But in Sonic Origins and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic goes too fast.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
That's the show, everyone.
Whoa.
And I'm not even joking. like they so in Sonic 3's max speed is in the original Sonic 3, his max speed is not as fast as Sonic 2, but in this they gave him his Sonic 2 maximum speed. Like in Sonic 2 you can outrun the camera, but in Sonic 3 you can't, except in this you can. And it fucks so many things up for me. Like, I'm hitting things I'm not supposed to. Like, I'm hitting the ceiling of Hydra City Zone. I'm fucking up everything I'm doing in Marble Garden Zone. Like, it's insane. Like, it's too fast.
I can think of some things that you're not hitting that you're supposed to.
Johnny, I just want to say it's like, yeah, he's moving too fast. Sonic the Hedgehog is the fastest thing alive.
Yeah. But in Sonic 3...
That's what the song is led me to believe.
And he is, but in Sonic 3 he's too fast, man. Like they just gotta slow him down a little bit. They gotta cap that max speed. It would be perfect. But the second I started playing that game and he started outrunning the camera, I was like, "Fuck!" Like this is not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to outrun the camera in Sonic 3. That's insane.
Man,
3 out of 10, game ruined.
Honestly, like people are criticizing the music changes, which we'll get to, but.
they're hot trash.
But like you can mute that, but you can't what can you do about the speed? There's nothing you can do.
Right, what can you do about the gameplay itself?
Yeah. Like,
You
how am I
can't
supposed to fix
mute
that?
Sonic speed.
Yeah. It'd be funny if they did somehow. It's like, because I know these are like technically remakes or whatever from the ground up of the fucking games. So if you could switch between the good original version and the new fucked up version, like you could with like retro and classic music in some cases.
So what's
I
fun is
would
they
love-
advertise that. They
I
advertise.
would love it so much if they had that option, but it wasn't classic versus new. It was good versus fucked up.
Yeah, like new and all fucked up.
So they have anniversary and original mode, but all original mode is not truly the originals. It's just the remake with the crop screen and lives. Like that's like, and there's a few changes. Like in original mode, you can't use the drop dash, but it still has like Sonic 3's. Sonic is too fast as Sonic 3. In Sonic 1, the spin dash is still enabled, which is not original.
I mean, that's good.
Tails still doesn't despawn properly in Sonic 2, and that drives me bananas. Oh my god!
I mean, has he ever?
Yes, Jesse. Until go.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Go play Sonic 2, then go play Sonic Origins Sonic 2. No, there is a proper despawn. It is called not Sonic Origins.
There's a lot. I've seen a lot of wacky stuff about this game. It's fun.
Yeah, Johnny. Honestly, your stuff you post on Twitter, the glitch videos, are a lot of fun. I love how fucked up this game is. It's great.
And I'm sorry, Johnny. Where can people follow you on Twitter to see those glitch videos?
We don't promote that anymore. Johnny, you shared these on GameThatTune.club.
I will. So go join GameThatTune.club, look up Johnny, and I'll get those. I'll get those all posted.
Yeah, sorry, forgot we don't mention that. Even though now that deal fell through, maybe we can promote Twitter again.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
We'll
We're back
see.
on Twitter, boys.
We'll see. The deal technically has not fallen through yet. I think there's still like a court. And anyways.
Gentlemen, ready your birds.
The point is, Sonic Origins shit.
Too fast.
Yeah, I feel like if
Now, is he angry also?
no, he's not. No, I don't think Sonic's angry.
So
Did
not
they do
furious.
everything where they gave him angry eyebrows.
No, they didn't like Kirby-ize him, where they make him all angry for America.
They should have.
In fact, originally they actually had to tone down Sonic for America because, like, originally in Japan he was gonna have
too much attitude.
He was gonna have fangs in the original version of Japan, and they said no, you can't do that.
And what about
I
the big
love-
fucking dick?
I love the idea that they're like, give him fangs? No. And then like 15 years later, they're like, yeah, absolutely. Give his clone guns. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's so many things about this game that just feel half-assed. Like Sonic 1,
Johnny, they remade the games from the ground up. That's using their whole ass.
like Sonic 1, you could play as, Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles. Sonic CD, you can only play as Sonic or Tails. Then Sonic 2, you can play as Sonic, Tails, Sonic and Tails, Knuckles, or Knuckles and Tails, which would be dope if Tails would despawn properly. Like that fucking still sucks.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Can we go back? You're talking about how they half-ass things. But in the first Sonic game that only starred Sonic the Hedgehog on Genesis, you can play as Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles.
Yeah. But like
that seems like a lot of whole assing to me.
But it's not consistent, is what I'm saying. Like, because then in Sonic CD, you only have 2 characters. Like, it's stupid. It's so stupid.
It's disappointing that for some reason they couldn't work Knuckles into CD. That seems strange.
Yeah. And then, like I said, you got Knuckles and Tails mode into, which is pretty cool. Because, like, if you had a Knuckles and Tails mode in Sonic 3, oh my god, that would be amazing. But no, of course they don't have Knuckles and Tails mode in Sonic 3. It's only in Sonic 2. Like, yeah. Because, like, if you had Tails in Sonic 3, you could take Knuckles into all kinds of cool shit he's not supposed to get into, which is probably why they didn't do it, to be honest, but still.
But I mean,
like,
when you're doing this shit, I mean, you got to at least be consistent. Like, just be like, all right, yeah, you can do Sonic and Tails and Knuckles in whatever combinations in each of the games.
Yeah.
And come what may.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe guys like Johnny break the game with crazy glitches, or maybe everybody just enjoys themselves.
So you can play as these 2 characters in this game, but you can't play as them in this game because it will completely break that game. Well, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Like, honestly, then if you don't allow Knuckles and Tails in Sonic 3, then don't allow Knuckles and Tails in Sonic 2 either. Just make it consistent.
Saying, this is a game for the hardcore fan and the new and the person catching up alike. I don't know, fucking somebody who's never played Sonic 3 and Knuckles isn't necessarily going to know to play it, Tails and Knuckles mode and fuck everything up. And the people that do know that, what's the problem? They're going to make some nice fucking wacky YouTube clips for you and shit. Yeah. Like, I don't know. There's no downside to allowing all the characters to be playable in each game.
And then they've got so they have I bought the DLC, deluxe edition, whatever, that comes with everything. Because I'm an idiot. And it includes a bunch of extra Genesis soundtracks like Sonic Spinball soundtrack, and the Knuckles Chaotix soundtrack. And the Knuckles Chaotix soundtrack is good, but every single track is mislabeled. Like, they got the titles wrong of their own goddamn songs.
Yeah, it's not great.
Now, is it something like the titles were mistranslated, or is it like Ice Cap Zone is called Angel Hill Zone?
Yeah, no, they swapped track titles. Like, they're all correct track titles. They're just not assigned to the right tracks.
That's really funny.
That's funny.
Really funny.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And they sold you that as a bonus, John. You fucking...
I paid for that. I paid for mislabeled Knuckles Chaotix tracks.
Yeah. And some Sonic coins or some shit.
That's on me.
Yeah. And so then there's also the whole thing of the the not mislabeled but completely fucked up soundtrack for Sonic 3, which I guess they now accidentally confirmed that Michael Jackson was involved in the original Sonic 3.
I don't know. So you're talking about the Yuji Naka tweet?
Yes.
Because he clarified that, I was talking about how they're using Michael Jackson in this TikTok video, right?
Right.
Sure, that's what that was about.
Well,
wacky old Yuji Naka.
And I know Yuji is not using, like, he doesn't speak native English. He's using
pedaling, just trying to, go into damage control.
He's also is upset with Sega already, anyways, with the Balan Wonderworld stuff.
Right.
I mean, the last time that we talked to him, he seemed pretty fluent, so,
Yes.
So Yuji, my experience with Yuji on Twitter has been seeing a lot of people get blocked by Yuji because they keep calling him out for the time he went to visit Sega Technical Institute in America and saw what they were up to, and basically said, like, hey, we're going to steal all this tech and fire everybody, but, like, in Japanese, and didn't realize that a good chunk of that staff actually spoke Japanese and knew what he was saying.
Nice.
And so people are bringing that up, like, hey, didn't you want to do this? And he just keeps blocking people left and right.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
That's great.
In terms of the music, I'm talking about how Sonic 3 jettisoned the things that may have had Michael Jackson's involvement in favor of songs that were in the prototype version of Sonic 3, but now somehow sound worse than ever before.
Yes, they remade the prototype songs, but poorly.
I don't get it.
How do you make a prototype sound worse?
Like, the original prototype sounds sound like, kind of rudimentary Genesis FM synth music.
Yeah.
And then whatever they did to these, it just has no flavor. Like, I want some crunch to these fucking tunes. These tunes got no crunch.
And they remade songs they didn't have to. That third song I played is the Supersonic song. In the original game, Supersonic and Invincibility are the same song, right? In this game, so there's no legal issues with the song because they still kept the original Invincibility tune, but then wrote a new Supersonic tune, and it's just like an extended version of Invincibility, except it sounds like fucking trash. Like, it's so bad. Oh.
It's fascinating. It's a really weird case, John. Like, what a fucking odd thing this turned out to be. I remember you being so excited that they just announced this nice collection, and then as the details started rolling out, it's like, this is getting weird. This is this is gonna be a we'll see now. And then it's like, all right, it's here, and it's a mess. Like,
that pretty much says it. Just all right, it's here.
Yep.
I'm finding bugs that are not, I understand if you go into debug mode and manage to get past the boss or whatever, fine. But, like, I managed to just turn to Supersonic and run too fast and clip out of, like, the boss arena and end the stage early. Like, it was insane.
It's awesome.
That's really funny, though.
You do that all the time, man. That's a great strat.
I learned a new strat too. In the first level of Sonic and Knuckles, when you first go into the zone where they show you the Super Emeralds, if you hit pause during the transition and reset the level or restart the level, it'll restart you at Hidden Pal Zone, which is like the second or third to last level of the game. Like you can skip all of Sonic and Knuckles.
Johnny, you should be speedrunning this, baby. Make it
You
happen.
really should.
Yeah. Shitty games done quick. Do that. Man, yeah, Johnny. I knew you were picking this. I knew as soon as I said the theme, as soon as it came out of my mouth that this was going to happen. I'm sorry that it did happen, John. I'm sorry for you, mostly.
Yeah, I need to do a stream of a Cursed Tails mode.
Please do.
Yeah, because there's a bug in Sonic 2 where if you do any kind of stage transition while Tails is flying, his flying sound never stops.
That's so fucking annoying and funny.
And you can layer them. You can do multiple. So, and the problem I had, I tried to do a video where I tried to do it as much as I could, except Tails doesn't fucking despawn, so I would keep losing Tails and, like, not be able to trigger it. So, like, I need to play as Tails and go to as many special stages as I can and do it at the end of every fucking zone. And, oh my god, by the end of the game, it would be, like 30 Tails chopper sounds layered.
Yeah. Most annoying sound in the world. Yeah. Sounds like a game is breaking. I love it. Yeah, man. What an odd thing that Sega did. I kind of hate it, though. I gotta admit, as somebody that has no real means to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles or Sonic CD, there's still a small temptation here to pick it up and play those. Yeah. If this goes deeply discounted, I'll definitely consider it. But man, I ain't doing your crazy ass thing, Johnny, with the fucking prepaid and DLC fucking mislabeled soundtrack. No, not interested. But once this is on clearance, talk about also a game that makes you desire to be able to rent games again. This, like, I got enough interest in Sonic CD and Sonic 3 and Knuckles to give them $5, maybe a second time, and then never play this again. Like, I don't need this, at all. But I'm intrigued. Was there anything else, John?
I guess the one good thing about this is it is based on so Sonic 2 is based on the Android version from 2013, which does include a new zone, Hidden Pal Zone. That is actually a pretty cool zone.
Right? Yes.
That whole thing is that part I love. I love that part so much. But I wish Tails would despawn in Sonic 2. Like, goddamn.
Literally everything else can go fuck itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would agree. Speaking of going and fucking itself, guys, we've reached the end of the episode. And before we get to the calculated computer, of course, it's time for the Game That Tune fan final thought. And Johnny, I think we've gotten some voicemails on tonight's episode.
We've got 5 voicemails.
Oh,
wow.
shit.
I think it's a record.
I wonder if any of them are more than 3 seconds long.
Let's find out.
Hey GTT gang. So I heard that my alias was being discussed on your podcast last week, and you were wondering how exactly it's meant to be pronounced. So I will say one thing. I heard that it was a portmanteau, and that is correct. The Rav bit comes from a former soccer goalie from Sweden, Ravelli, and the last part comes from Siegfried from Soul Calibur. So John was correct. It is Rav Sig. Cheers, guys. Keep up the great work.
Boo, yeah, love that.
I'm sick. Good to know.
Hey, fuck you.
Beautiful.
It's gonna be hard to beat.
Hey guys, it's Heat right here. I just have something really quick to tell you, and I'll get out of your hair. Ow!
Howdy, Game That Tune crew. My name is Phoenix Tier 2121, and I just wanted to say thank you for your streams. I guess I want to say I really like how you each have a different perspective as gamers with different gaming interests and skill sets. I also appreciate the pure quantity of the media you produce. It has to be hundreds of hours of media so far, and it's enough to keep me busy for months and months. Again, thank you so much. Keep up the good work.
Dude, an unheard Patreon legend Phoenix Tier. Love it.
Amazing.
And today we learned it's 2121, not 2121.
I'll be saying it differently from now on.
Dos uno.
Hey gamers, it's the Kerrigan, and my game didn't get picked this week. So instead of taking it personally, I'm just going to talk about it this way. For Fast Games Week, I suggested Minute, a 2018 game by Devolver Digital, available on PC, Nintendo Switch, and probably those other consoles. It is a one-bit black and white adventure RPG with a simple enough premise. You're an adventurer who must go about adventuring, talking to folks, collecting items, solving puzzles, that stuff. The twist is that you die and respawn back at your house after 60 seconds, so you gotta go fast. Adventuring in 60-second intervals is quite an experience. I died, for example, in the middle of a conversation with an old man who was speaking very slowly.
Sloth thing.
And it feels like a super ramped up version of Majora's Mask. It looks slick, the soundtrack is good, and I definitely think it's worth checking out if you're into adventure RPGs with quirky little gimmicks. Great show as always. Magats, thank you, and Slongo Hoyle. Goodbye for now.
A faster way to say all that would have been just say, hey, fuck you. But just for the record, Kerrigan, I was choosing the request this week, and I didn't want to use that game without actually playing it. That game looks cool. So Minute will be on the show at some point in the future. And then we're adding hey, fuck you to the soundboard. That's going.
I was going to say, please add that to the soundboard.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah, there it is. Makes me feel really good. Johnny, with that, let's take it home with the calculating computer.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps. Beeps. Scoring complete. This game's winner is David Fleming.
Well, David, the back and forth continues. What do you know? David Fleming has won yet another edition of Game That Tune. Great game, David.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm curious to know what you've got in mind for a theme for our next episode.
Well, the funny thing is, when I came into this episode, I had a completely different theme in mind, but I'm kind of realizing that, all due respect to Jesse and Johnny, you and I have been going back and forth with wins for a while now.
Yeah, David, we the best.
And, I wasn't going to say that, but I feel like you and I have been bouncing off one another, and it almost feels like you and I have kind of become the Game That Tune rivals. So that's the theme that I'm going to go with. Considering that you and I keep one-upping one another for the theme next week, I'm going to say that the game has to be either on the Sega Genesis or the Super Nintendo, because that was a great gaming rivalry.
One of gaming's greatest rivalries, I would say.
I think there's a famous song about both of those consoles.
Yes.
Yes, Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne.
Of course. David, that's a great theme. Because yes, what a classic rivalry, truer than David and Goliath itself.
Obviously, I am the Super Nintendo in this metaphor.
Right, I was gonna say, if you're taking Super Nintendo as the metaphor, I refuse to be Genesis, just on principle. But I support this theme. This is great. Just gonna do some classic games next week. Some 16-bit classics from the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. The systems that Biggie Smalls rapped about. It'll be good. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. It'll be a very good episode. I like that theme, David. I like it a lot. And man, I liked this episode a lot, guys. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us. Thanks to everybody watching live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. We're in your podcast devices on Tuesday mornings. Check out GameThatTune.com or anywhere you get your podcasts. We love you guys listening there. Want to thank everybody checking out Patreon. Patreon.com/GameThatTune is the home of our awesome exclusives. We've got mixtapes. Jesse's been cranking out mixtapes like a madman. We just published another bonus mixtape from Jesse. Jesse, you want to say the name of that mixtape for us?
Fuck Nazis.
Yes. Fuck Nazis, the mixtape. Jesse's Nazi killing mixtape. Fantastic mix. To go along with his Ninja Turtle mix and his Final Fantasy Battle mix. It's been a good month for mixtapes at Patreon. We've also got Game That Tune Gems, where we look and listen to music from 30, 20, and 10 years ago. And we've got our movie commentaries that we're going to be bringing back real soon. Everybody that subscribes to Patreon gets VIP access to movie nights with Game That Tune. And we love you guys supporting us there. And, of course, you help us keep the lights on at our 24/7 video game music live stream, radio.gamethattune.com, gtt.rocks, the home for endless video game music on the internet. Tell a friend, gtt.rocks. Tell a friend, patreon.com/GameThatTune. Want to give a special shout out, of course, to our Patreon absurd fans. We're talking about Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Taylor Y, Sam L.
Oh, shit.
Morgan, Tasty, Gremory, Phoenix Tier 2121, Unsaddled Zebra, Akadar, The Kerrigan, and Rav Sieg. Just a fantastic group of patrons that we've got there at patreon.com/GameThatTune.
You heard it here first. To all of our patrons, fuck you.
Excellent timing on the soundboard, John.
I was trying to time it for when you said Mork's name. I missed.
You nailed it, John. Thank you again for our request this week. Our request came to us via GameThatTune.club from CX Tribe. Thank you for that request. GameThatTune.club is the best place to get our attention right now with your request, but you can also make your request in our Discord server. Check the show notes for both those links. Join us in our various social medias. We love hanging out with you guys, chit-chatting with you guys, and getting those requests. And David's going to take us home, man. David, you got bonus tunes, and I want to hear them. And I want to hear them fast because, David, we overshot the time limit on this episode by a good hour and a half. So we got to get out of here, man.
So I was born a small child in Florida, and when I was growing up, no, actually, originally I had a different theme in mind, but I think the bonus tunes will fit with the new theme. So going with the Super NES versus Sega Genesis, we are closing out with Vampire Killer from Castlevania Bloodlines on the Sega Genesis.
Nice.
Yeah. Love it. Peace out, everybody. Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment is copyright 2017 Yacht Club Games. Jet Lancer is copyright 2020 Armor Games Studios. Wipeout XL is copyright 1996 Psygnosis Limited. Cruisin' Blast is copyright 2017-2021 Raw Thrills. Sonic Origins is copyright 2022 Sega Games Company Limited.